My topic was new employee orientation. My stance on the topic was anti-new employee orientation, and I found an article on EBSCOhost titled New Employee Orientation, Make It Pay Dividends for Years to Come. The article first caught my attention because it started off with scenarios that jobs had made really horrible first impressions on their new hires. This either was due to them having to meet hundreds of people without remembering their names in one day, or trying to force too much information on the new hires at once. When I was reading this article, I think the main point of the article is to show jobs how to give the right kind of orientations, but it was perfect for my topic because it gave a lot of examples where the jobs did it the wrong way. So I thought that was kind of cool. And anyone knows if they've ever had a bad orientation, it can be pretty horrible. And what I've learned from this article is that it's all about the first impression you can make on your new employees. They're more likely to stay with you if you give them a good first impression of what your company's main goal is. They're more likely to be on board and feeling like they fit in, as to where a bad orientation, someone might feel like they didn't have the tools to perform their job the correct way, so they might feel detached from the company, which is, you don't want that no matter what kind of business you're running. For example, like in the kitchen, if you just throw someone in the kitchen and they don't know exactly what they're doing, no one's talking to them, no one's greeted them and offered a hand to, hey, let me help you, show you the ropes around here. If no one extends that hand and there's no formal orientation, then you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like, what am I doing here? You're going to be more likely to want to quit. I would say the most important thing to remember, or one of the most important things that I've learned from the research of this, was whether you want to do a formal or informal orientation, and that businesses need to remember that the orientation isn't just one day or 1 week. Your orientation, from what I've read and what I've learned, it starts from day one, even during your application process, and it doesn't end until almost a year into the person's career with the business, because there's no way you can learn everything you need to know in 1 day or 1 week, no matter how good the orientation is. It's got to be an ongoing process where the business is making sure that their employees have what they need to know, the information and the tools they need to accomplish their job. And if a business can do this, they're going to have a good team, a solid team. They're going to stick with them longer. They're going to be less likely to have a high turnover with their employees. Personally, when I first started this research, I thought, why would anyone be anti-new hire orientation? It seems like perfect sense to be able to get across your business's goal, your whole team plan to the person, immediately, and orientation is the perfect way to do that. But I think it's more like the businesses that do it the wrong way is what gives it people a bad idea in their head. Oh, this orientation, you're just gonna sit there and you're gonna talk about nothing and meet all these people that nothing. It's not gonna matter, But in reality, if the orientation is done right and it's pre-hire, post-hire, and throughout their whole entire first year of working at the business, it's going to be it's going to be worthwhile, and you're going to have a stronger team and a more prepared team for whatever job you're doing. Whether it's in the restaurant or a big corporation, you need to have your team on the same page, because everyone's providing a product or a service. And if the people feel like they're disconnected from your business starting from day one, it's just not going to turn out good. And it's not just going to hurt the business at that time, it's also going to hurt the business in the future, because by word of mouth, people will talk about it. They'll say, oh, like, I had a horrible beginning at this company or this restaurant, and they're going to tell their friends. That stuff passes real fast, and you don't want to get that reputation to where the management at your establishment can't control their team and can't properly train and orient the employees. So it's important to know what an orientation is, and it's important, if you're a business owner, to understand that it's not just a short thing. It's an ongoing process, and I think if business owners can realize that they'll do well. And that's about it.